The 11th topic is just same like the first topic. It is exactly the same, in fact, the same questions. So we have been asked to find the critical functions, the critical points for a given function. Now, over here, critical points are very essential to understand the basics of the graph, where it changes. Even to understand the graph, it is very important. It is very easy to find out. It is by f dash of x equals 0. That's it. So now we have done this before already. So I would request you to watch the previous videos and then come to this. Because if you watch in continuity, then it will be much easier as you progress. But anyways, I'll solve one of the problem over here. Now we have x to the power 4 minus 2x squared plus 1. All you need to do is derive it. When you derive, you will get 4x squared x cubed minus 4. Now you can find the critical number by just equating this to 0. You can do this in calculator or directly algebraically. It's simple anyways. You can take 4x common out and you will remain with x squared minus 1, that is equal to 0. And now if you just equate both these terms, this is equal to 0 and this is equal to 0, you will get the answer. But yeah, you can directly equate it. So I can do it fx is equal to 0. That means x is 0. Okay, for the first one. Over here, you can directly do that. Minus 1 equals 0. So x squared is equal to 1. X is equal to plus or minus 1. Over here, they have done by splitting it. It's up to you. It's the same thing. You will get the same answers basically, 1 and minus 1. So these are all the critical values. Now if they ask only critical values, it's fine, but they might ask you the maximum and minimum points as well. So now you need to take the critical values over here, substitute them 0, 1 and minus 1, substitute them in ascending order. Now what you need to do is basically take test values. A value less than minus 1, say minus 2. Less than 0 and greater than minus 1 would be minus 0.5. Over here also it will be 0.5 and over here 2. Now substitute all these values in the derived equation. So now over here instead of x you need to put minus 2 the whole cube minus 4 into minus 2. You need to put it in the calculator, solve it. You do not need to exactly find the answer, but anyways we can just do it over here. When you cube, the sign remains negative, okay, and then for this will become 2 to the power 3 is 8. 8 times 4 is 32 minus 32. This will be positive 8. The answer negative answer prevails. It'll be negative 24. So the answer, we don't need the answer, we just need the sign over here, and it's negative sign. Same way you need to do it for all these over here. Say you put 0.5 over here and then try what will happen. So try for all and then you will get the answer. Do it by yourself and then check. Then we will get an answer. So now over here, if you see the graph, it's negative. That means it is decreasing. And if you see until minus 1, the graph is decreasing. That's the thing. Now, if you put minus 0.5 and solve, over here the value will be plus because it's increasing until 0. And then again it will be minus and then it will be plus. And that is how we can find the graph. So now from this, without even the graph, just by this thing over here, you can get an idea. Since it's minus plus minus plus, it'll be like this, and like this. So now you can tell the minus 1 point is a minimum point because it's dipping down, whereas the 0 point is upwards, it's maximum. This is maximum, minimum, and again minimum over here. So these both are minimum, whereas 0 is maximum. If you see, even from the graph, it's the same thing. Only 0 is maximum, whereas the other two are minimum. Similarly, you can solve the other problems. We have already done such problem before. And this is absolute minima as well. Why? Because, see, the graph over here came down, and then it was like this, and then went up. So if you know the understanding of x to the power 4, it is like a quadratic parabola. but just that you will have some dips and turns over here in the middle. It's not just like a parabola, it's similar to a parabola. Now over here, it's opening upwards. See, because it's plus, it'll open upwards. That means it can only have minimum, and those minimum points are absolute minimum because there is nothing below this. Okay, this will be the local maximum, but these also will be the absolute minimum. So this is how we can solve this problem.